Not every agent should join Real Broker. In fact, I recently told a friend not to join because I didn't feel like it would be the right fit for them. But just a few weeks later, I had another conversation with another agent, which ended up with them saying, this is exactly what I've been missing. So today I want to tell you both stories. Firstly, the conversation I had with a friend, a brand new agent, let's call her Sarah. She just got licensed and she's full of excitement, ready to hit the ground running to build her business, but also feeling overwhelmed. There is a lot to take in, a lot to learn when you just come out of the licensing program. She said, I want to go on this alone. I want to be independent. I want to build my own brand and not be tied down to office politics. So naturally, she saw where I was and she saw what I was doing. And she was curious about Real, so she asked to have a chat about it, and we did. And the truth that I told her was that Real is incredible for autonomy. But you also have to be prepared for autonomy. And what I meant by that is there is no front desk secretary answering the phone call from 9 to 5. That is me or my team or my admin. There is no in-person training, so you can't walk into an office and be there from 9 to 5 and just rub shoulders with agents and talk real estate and just kind of absorb by osmosis all of that content. There is no managing broker behind a door that you can go knock on his office 5 steps away. And if you don't have a solid grasp of the fundamentals, of the basics, of how to respond to objections, of how to navigate contracts, dealing with issues with clients, deal flow, it might not be the best for a brand new solo agent. And that's what I told Sarah. The advice that I actually had for her might surprise you. Especially because it's coming from somebody who has a YouTube channel about how they think Real is so great. That's me. I do. I think Real is an amazing fit for my business, and I have no plans on really ever going anywhere else. It's just elevated my life so much. However, for Sarah, at her stage, brand new agent, wanting to be solo, I said, go join the local brick and mortar brokerage. Go do that. Go be around the people there. There are fantastic agents. I know the managing broker. They're amazing. I have nothing negative to say. Learn the language of real estate. Get comfortable with contracts. See how deals really work. Again, absorb that all. Be in the office. Even if you have nothing to do, just be there for 8 hours a day because you will learn and people will throw you bones and referrals because they see that you're eager to learn and you want to work. Or, I said, the other option is join Real. It is amazing, but join a team. Now, she really wanted to fly solo, and I respect that. That's how I started too. So I said, yeah, join that brick and mortar. Go there, learn, give it a year, a couple years, a few years, absorb everything. Then when you're ready for a switch, if you are ready for a switch, we can have another chat. You will thrive in that model. Brick and mortar is not going to go away. There is a shift happening, but there always will be options and there will be better fits for different agents. And to me, at that point in her career and what she's looking for, she should be at that brick and mortar. After that conversation, she thanked me. She said, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. The fact of the matter is, of course, we are incentivized to continue to grow the brokerage because it just elevates the brokerage and the stock price grows up. So that's what we, being at Real, want to happen. But first and foremost, we're caring people. Our motto is work hard and be kind. It would not be kind for me to just try to get her into the brokerage to be a number when it's not the best thing for her. The best thing for her is what I suggested. Now, having said all that, it's not like being at Real, we are all alone. We do have a managing broker with support that I can call, I can text right now. We do have mentorship programs for new agents that are going solo. But the brokerage itself, the business model of it, really caters towards those with experience and those that want to fine-tune their business, to use tools to elevate their business, and for teams to really thrive and grow. And a new agent joining a team with Real, I think you can absolutely nail it and you can have an amazing career. Now, that's just my 2 cents. And yes, in full disclosure, I do have a team that I operate. Personally, I feel that there would be nothing wrong with regulators saying, new agents, you must be on a team for a minimum of 1 or 2 years. Not everyone's going to agree with me, but there is so much to learn in the first few years. I really think that would not be a bad thing. I kind of liken it to driving a car, which my oldest daughter is about to get into. She'll be driving soon. Now, she could just go and study the book and then pass the test. She might pass. And then she could go and drive the car. Or I could set her up for success. The greatest odds of success and safety is putting her through a driving education school. They'll teach her safely, teach her the ins and outs, how to navigate it, how to actually get home at the end of the day, and how to take it seriously. So that's the route I'll be going. And to me, that's kind of like a new agent joining a team. I feel like that education should be required, but I was a solo agent. I joined solo and I made it work too. So it definitely can be done. Now, let's contrast that with a conversation that I had a few days later with another agent, and let's just call him Dave. So Dave had been in the game for over 5 years. He was experienced. He produces consistently. His pipeline is consistent. He doesn't have those ups and downs and, oh, where am I going now moments. But he was feeling stagnant. He was feeling stagnant at his brokerage. Not because his production was dropping. It's just because he wasn't building anything. He wasn't really going anywhere. He wasn't elevating his business. He told me, I feel like I've just kind of hit a ceiling. I'm plateaued. I built a career, but my business isn't improving. And that's why I said to him, well, you should really look at Real's platform that we have here, because it will help you build your business. It'll help you leverage technology to be able to do so. And at the same time, it'll provide additional income flows. All the while, you'll be building a retirement plan and an exit plan to get out of this business at some point. And that's what Real is. It's not just a place to hang your license and go from one transaction to the next. It's a scalable business model. It provides revenue share. It gives me equity growth by means of stock ownership and bonuses from selling houses. So I showed him how it would work. Within Real, we have what's called a wealth planner. Within it, we can plug in the amount of transactions that we do every year, and we can say, well, this is how much I want to be investing into the stock purchase program. This is my goal. After 3 years, how much will I have? What do we think the stock price will go to in 3 years? You can kind of like play with a slider toggle and see where it is, and you can see what your business would look like if you immediately tap into Real. So I showed all that. We spent several hours, and his response was, well, I just wish that I would have known this sooner. So my key takeaway point is that Real isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It is an amazing platform. But really, if you're at that stage where you're ready to build and you're ready to grow and embrace technology and go to the next level, that's what it's built for. When you're ready to go to the next level and actually build something for your future. So if growth and if change isn't appealing, then you probably shouldn't make the change. For new agents, the structure of a traditional brick and mortar environment can give a lot of incredible value. There should be different options for different career paths and different stages that we're at in our career. Going into an office 8 hours every day, even if you don't have a transaction to work on or leads to work on, when you're brand new, can be valuable. You can soak up a lot of knowledge and a lot of expertise by just being there for 40 hours a week. But once you know the ropes, and you're ready to scale and take full ownership of your future, Real becomes a game changer. So if you're overhanging out at the office, that's the next step. And for someone who has walked in both paths, it's really important for me to be honest about who this model is truly for. It's more important than just trying to convince that it's right for everybody. Because the truth of the matter, it's not. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, well, is Real the right model for me and for my business? Ask yourself, am I still learning? Am I still growing? Or am I ready to really grow my business and expand what I'm doing? If you're at the point where you want more autonomy, where you want more freedom, more growth potential, it's probably time that we have a conversation. So if this helped, if it helped you think of things differently or made you think at all, leave a comment, leave a like below, and feel free to reach out and we can have a conversation about whether or not it might be a good fit for you.